the near future.
Question number 12, the Honourable Gerard Brownlee.
Mr Speaker, to the Minister of Foreign Affairs, can he confirm, does he agree with all government policy in relation to foreign affairs?
Does the member want to have one more go?
Okay. To the Right Honourable Winston Peters, does he agree?
No, it's to the Minister of Foreign Affairs.
Right, I'll just read it exactly off here.
That'll be...
We are in a pedantic time. Mr Speaker, to the Minister of Foreign Affairs, does he agree with all his government's policies in relation to foreign affairs?
The Right Honourable Winston Peters.
Mr Speaker, as much as it can be determined in the highly fluid, ever-changing international climate of dangers and often extreme risks, yes.
Mr Speaker, can he confirm that of the 400 protesting detainees on Manus Island, few are approved as refugees and most have failed to gain asylum seeker status?
Mr Speaker, I can confirm that the present government inherited a circumstance of the past government where in 2013 an offer was made, and we're waiting around to see whether or not someone will put a saddle on that gift horse or go on looking it in the mouth.
Mr Speaker, can he confirm that of the 400 protesting detainees on Manus Island, few are approved as refugees and most have failed to gain asylum seeker status?
Mr Speaker, I can confirm with exactitude precisely the same information that was given to the Honourable Gerard Brownlee when he was in Australia.
Mr Speaker, point of order.
Point of order, the Honourable Gerard Brownlee.
Mr Speaker, the situation that's developed on Manus Island is somewhat more recent than the time that Mr Peters might have been referring to. The issue is that we've had a Prime Minister overseas cajoling the Australians, etc.
I did listen. No, the member resume his seat. The question that he was asking was pretty specific around whether people were approved refugees or asylum seekers, and unless the Minister of Foreign Affairs tells us there's been changes in that in the last 3 weeks, then I think he's adequately answered the question.
Has he been advised by his ministry about the known background of the leaders of the 400 protesting detainees?
Mr Speaker, what I can tell this House is that there will be no one coming to New Zealand from Manus Island, or for that matter from Nauru Island, without they are properly, thoroughly, comprehensively screened and vetted.
Mr Speaker, if they are going to be properly screened and vetted, wouldn't it be a good idea for the Minister to be able to tell the House that he knows the status of the 400 protesting detainees and that they are in fact not able to get refugee status and not able to claim asylum seeker status either, and then tell us why he would want them in New Zealand?
Mr Speaker, if that is the case, why on earth did the previous government make an offer in 2013 to do just that? The difference is the information on which Mr Brownlee seeks clarity today is with exclusively the Australian and other people and not New Zealand authorities. And I want to confirm again, no one will come here who has not been properly vetted and screened by the authorities in the first place, as he was advised just 3 weeks before he left the job, unceremoniously.
Right. Sorry, I want to apologise for the House. I shared Ms Bennett's enthusiasm to get to questions, and we skipped over papers. But no petitions or